Okay, hi guys. Today I'll be reading to you guys a story. I'm gonna read the whole thing. It's about facts. Yeah, so it's just about reptiles. Probably you know, right, man? Yeah, the first fact is most of you already know. So I'm going to I'm gonna tell you guys here. Which animals are reptiles? Snakes, lizards, crocodiles, and turtles all belong to the same animal group, the reptiles. All reptiles have a bony skeleton and a scaly skin. Most of them lay eggs which hatch on land, but some reptiles give birth to their babies. Reptiles live on land and in sea almost everywhere on Earth, but they don't like the cold, so you won't find them around the poles. I'm reading one hand, so if I make mistakes, okay, never mind. Are frogs and newts reptiles? Frogs and newts are not reptiles. They have no scales and their skin is very thin. They lay their eggs in water and their young hatch out as tadpoles. Baby reptiles look just like their parents, only smaller. The tuatara of New Zealand looks like a lizard, but it isn't. It has no living relatives on Earth. They all died out more than 200 million years ago. Reptiles are cold-blooded, which means that their body temperature changes with the temperature inside. They have to warm up in the sun to become active. If they get too hot, they move into the shade. Which is the biggest reptile? The world's biggest reptile is the saltwater crocodile of tropical Asia and Australia. This huge beast can grow to over 7 meters, as wide as a football goal. The fastest reptile is a North American lizard called the six-line race runner. It could easily outrun you in a race over short distances. It reaches speeds of 29 kilometers an hour. Which reptile lived the longest? Tortoises can live to a ripe old age. The oldest one ever known lived to be 152 years old, but this might not be a record. There could be even older tortoises in the wild. The most spectacular reptiles have been dead for over 65 million years. They were the dinosaurs, the prehistoric relatives of today's reptiles. The smallest reptile is a tiny gecko lizard from the West Indies. It measured 3.5 centimeters from nose to tail and would fit inside a book of mattress with room to spare. Which is the biggest snake? The biggest snake is the anaconda of South America, which grows up to 10 meters. That's as long as a bus. The reticulated python is another whoop, but although it's as long as the anaconda, it's not as heavy. Do snakes have good table manners? Snakes are not polite at mealtime. They don't chew their meal, they swallow it whole. They stretch their mouth over their food until it's all gone, and their jaws and body are so elastic that they could eat things much fatter than themselves. Can go to okay. I'm so sorry. Am I? Snakes can bend and twist because their backbone is made up of hundreds of tiny bones all linked together like a chain. Most snakes are loners, but hundreds of rattlesnakes will snuggle together underground to sleep through the cold winter months. Why do snakes have teeth and fangs? As well as having teeth to grip their food, poisonous snakes also have a pair of fangs. They use these long teeth to strike their prey and inject them with poison, which shoots out of holes at the tip. An attacking cobra raises up its head and spreads out flaps of skin on its head to form a scary-looking hood. Vipers have extra long fangs that fold down flat when they are not in use. It's just as well they wouldn't be able to shut their mouth otherwise. Why do snakes stare? Snakes stare because they can't blink, and they can't blink because they have no eyelids. Each eye is covered by a see-through scale that protects the eye. Snakes get brand new scales each time they shed their skin. Whose tongue is longer than its tail? The chameleon's sticky-tipped tongue isn't just longer than its tail, it's longer than its whole body. The lizard shoots it out in a twinkling and reels it back in with a meal. Why do lizards lose their tails? Lizards can snap off their tails when they are being attacked. The drop tail wriggles, puzzling an enemy and giving the lizard time to escape. A new tail grows in a few weeks. Most lizards are landlubbers. Marine iguana from the Galapagos Islands is the only one that lives in the sea. Why do geckos lick their eyes? Most lizards have eyelids to wipe their eyes, but the gecko's doesn't. Like a snake, it has a scale across the eye to keep its eye moist and squeaky clean. The gecko licks them, using its long tongue like a handy wipe. Are there still dragons on Earth? The Komodo dragon may not have wings or breathe fire, but it is truly awesome. It's the world's largest lizard, longer than a car and heavier than a couple of prize fighters. When people first saw one about 100 years ago, they thought they were looking at a dragon. Which reptile is a living fortress? Living inside a shell is like living inside a fortress. At the first sign of danger, a tortoise retreats inside the shell's thick walls, blocking the doors. With its feet and claws, it's well protected from attack and heat and cold too. Tortoises live on the land. Turtles have flippers for swimming and live in the sea. Terrapins are tiny turtles that live in rivers and lakes. A tortoise could never pack its shell and leave it behind. The shell's horny plates are joined to the skeleton underneath. Do turtles have teeth? Turtles don't have teeth, but their horny beaks have plenty of bite. Alligator snapping turtles are particularly fierce. One bite from them and you could lose your toes. A tortoise's damaged shell will slowly heal. A vet can help by passing it with firegrass, a light material used to build boats. Which turtle breathes through a snorkel? The spiny, soft-shelled turtle spends most of its time underwater in rivers and ponds. It doesn't need to come up to the surface to breathe. It pokes its long snout out of the water like a snorkel and draws in a noseful of air. Turtles were swimming in the ocean more than 200 million years ago. They are the most ancient of all reptiles. A tortoise's shell keeps out most enemies, but eagles and vultures have cracked the problem. They drop the poor animals from a great height and smash their shell. Which animal is like a submarine? An alligator lies so low in the water that it's hidden like a submarine. Its eyes, ears, and nostrils all lie on the top of its head so that it can still see, hear, and smell things while most of its body is under the water. Other animals don't even know it's there until it grabs them. Crocodiles are fully waterproof. When they dive, special flap seals off their ears, throat, and nostrils, and extra eyelids act like underwater goggles. It's easy to tell an alligator from a crocodile. If all the bottom teeth are tucked inside the mouth, it's an alligator. If the fourth bottom tooth sticks out, it's a crocodile. It's a crocodile. Gharials belong to the same group as crocodiles and alligators. What makes a crocodile smile? A crocodile never smiles, but it looks though it does. It's really panting so that its body heat escapes through its mouth and the animal cools down. Did you know that crocodiles go to the dentist? They open their mouth and let plovers hop inside. The birds pull out bits of old food and any little insects that they find there. Why do crocodiles eat together? When one crocodile makes a kill, as many as 40 friends will join in the meal. It might look like a tug of war, but the animals help each other by tearing off chunks that are small enough to swallow. Did you know that crocodiles eat stones? The weight keeps them low in the water so they can hide from their prey. How do lizards move in a hurry? Some lizards find they can move much more quickly if they run on just two legs instead of on all fours. When something disturbs a crustwater dragon and gives it a fright, it likes to make a speedy getaway. So the lizard stands up, pushes on its powerful back legs and hurries off just as fast as its legs will carry it. Which lizard looks both ways at once? A chameleon's eyes swivel like gun turrets and can even move in different directions. This doubles the lizard's chances of spotting something to eat and makes it very difficult for a moth to sneak by without being seen. What use is a hole in the head? If you are a lizard, a hole in the head is very useful because it's probably an ear. Most lizards have an ear on each side of their head. It's just an open hole leading down to the eardrum inside. Reptiles' ears don't stick out from their head like ours do, and snakes' ears are hidden inside their heads. Rattlesnakes and other pit vipers can hunt in total darkness. They can sense the body heat of a nearby animal and strike their prey with amazing accuracy. Okay guys, wait. Okay, I'm going to end it now and I'll see you guys in the next video, which I don't know when will be the next video. Okay, so bye.